Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing my March TBR game, and I am going to be doing it a little bit differently, well, quite a bit differently than I've been doing them so far. And the reason I'm doing that is I kind of want to, I just want to switch it up a little bit, first of all, but I also kind of want to do like a little bit of an experiment and see if this will help me get through books a little bit quicker, maybe read a little bit more in the month, because I feel like number one, I just haven't had a lot of time to read. So that's definitely the main contributing factor to why my reading months have not been great recently. However, I think that also having a lot of like series on my TBRs has been kind of subconsciously causing me to not read as much because I am like psyching myself out a little bit that even if I finish it, like I still have another one to read, and like I don't know, just all these thoughts about that. I'm not going to get too much into it, but I'm going to be pulling out, so this is my current seasonal TBR. I'm going to be pulling out all of the books that are standalones and then choosing my TBR from those. I'm not going to be doing the prompts because there's not going to be a lot of books like left. I think I maybe have like 10. So I'm going to do my 6 rolls, and it's just going to be like 6 books. So I'm going to pull out all of the, oh, and I also have 3 like automatic roll-ins from my February TBR, but I will show those when we do like the face-to-face portion. So I'm going to pull out all of the ones that are parts of series. And that's going to be most of them. Uh-oh, no. I squashed a book. I think this one is a standalone. We'll double check that. Okay, that's part of a series. So those are all of my standalones. However, while technically this is part of a series, I think it's a series of standalones. So, I think that this is like a self-contained story. And I think that the next, like the other books are about different couples. So I'm going to add this in because I don't think that at the end of the book I'm going to be like, oh my God, I need to read like the sequel or whatever. And then I think I'm going to put in Nightbane because this is the only like series, the only book in a series on this seasonal TBR from a series that I've already started. All of the other ones I would have to read. I would have to like start a new series. I have read the first book, so I'm going to put this in here. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 options. Okay. And I'm going to do 6 rolls, which means I will end up with 9 books. Okay. So let's see. 7. We've got The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. Okay, well, that's great. I was thinking in my head, should I change it to out of 9 now? Because what are the chances I'll get 10? But I guess I did, so. Okay. A 7 again. Okay. So that would be this one, right? Got How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. I'm just going to keep changing it because I feel like if I don't, I'm just going to keep getting numbers that don't exist. And I accidentally pressed it, but 7? Okay. What the heck? What? I'm going to click it again because this is insane. I'm not going to keep getting 7. Okay, we got 1. 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And I have done my best to make sure these are all standalones, but if I'm wrong, someone let me know because I don't want to like, I'll probably still try to read it, but I don't want to read it and then not realize that there's another one. Okay. 1 again. Nope, we're not doing that. I think every time I change the number, it's just going to keep giving me the same number. So if I get 4 when I change the number again, oh my god. Okay, Skein Island by Elia Whitley. We have 2 rolls left. I swear to God, I'm going to get a 4 again, aren't I? No, I got a 3. Okay. We got The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. I hate these stupid stickers. Oh my gosh, I can't. Oh, that's going to leave residue though. Ugh, I hate that so much. Okay. We got 5 left. Okay. 1 again. Okay. Whoop, that fell apart. We have The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. Alrighty. We've got our books. Okay. So I do think it's pretty interesting that I didn't end up getting, so I put the other 2 books in there mostly because I had fewer, when I say other books, I mean Butcher and Blackbird and Nightbane, the ones that are parts of series. I put them in there to have more options because I feel like I just didn't have enough. But I do think it's kind of funny that neither one of them ended up getting picked. The universe said, stick to your plan, girl. So I'm going to go over my TBR now. So we have 9 books on the TBR. The first 3 are automatic roll-ins from February for reasons. So the first one is Assistant to the Villain, and I am 75% of the way through this book, so I'm almost done with it. So that is the reason for this rolling over. I'm going to try and tell you guys a little bit about the books if I know anything about them, which I do because I've read 3/4 of this book. This is about a girl named Evie who is hard on her luck, down on her luck. I don't know. She needs a job really bad because she randomly quit her last job for reasons. And she ends up meeting by chance the man that everybody knows as the villain. And because she's so desperate and she doesn't really like care about all his nefarious dealings that much, I guess, he offers her a job and she accepts it, and she is his assistant, you know, per the title. So this book is really funny. It is a fantasy, and the villain is like a true villain. He's not this like, he's not just like this scary figure who's the villain and you're like, he's warm and fuzzy in his actual dealings, but like kind of, sort of, but also he's murdering people left and right. So is he? I don't know. There's a frog called Kingsley who has a little he has a little sign, and that's how he talks to people. It hasn't said so far, but I think that he is like literally a prince that has been like turned into a frog that is like being held prisoner by the villain. It hasn't said so yet, but that's kind of what it seems like. So that's really funny. The banter between the two main characters is funny. I really love the main character. And yeah, there's somebody trying to sabotage him, the villain, or kill him or something. And the book so far has been like about them trying to figure out who it is. So very enjoyable. The next one is The Viscount Who Loved Me, and this is just, it's gonna be in my TBRs until I actually read it, which I need to read it. And it's in here because I have the entire series and I've only read the first book, and I want to read the books of, like, I want to get to the point in the series where they haven't made a show about it yet, so that I can read it and then watch the show adaptation, because I think I'll enjoy the book more if I read it before the show. So that's why this is in here, because I just need to do it. Next is, also, do I need to explain? I don't think I need to. Everybody knows what that is. It's a Regency love story if you don't. This is Legends and Lattes, and this is, from what I understand, a cozy fantasy. This is technically my husband's book. It lives on his bookshelf. It doesn't really matter. Neither one of us cares if we read each other's books. But I did pull this for a prompt saying, like, to read one of my husband's books, and this is the one I picked. So I do want to read it before I put it back. It kind of feels like cheating to not read the, like, challenge books that I get, although I never really cared before. I think it's just because this is technically his book and I want to read it and, like, put it back. I don't know. This isn't, I want to say it's not high priority, but it really should be. It really should be. But part of the reason I've been hesitating on this is because it's part of a series. Hence the whole premise of this month's TBR game. So we'll see. We'll try. Okay, first roll. We got The Hacienda. I'll be honest, I don't really know what this is about, except I'm pretty sure it's like a Mexican Gothic story. It says, in the aftermath of the Mexican War of Independence, a young woman is certain that her wealthy new husband and his remote estate will save her, but something sinister lurks within the hacienda's walls. Okay. So I got this because I put it in this, like, seasonal TBR, and I was excited to read it because it's giving me similar vibes to, was it Mexican Gothic? Was that the name of the book? I can't remember. I'm, like, the worst at remembering names of things. Literally anything. Things, places, people. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was called Mexican Gothic. And it was a 5-star for me. And this, gives me the same kind of vibes, like dark, Gothic, takes place in Mexico kind of situation. I'm very excited about this. Let's see. And I think that there's gonna be, like, spooky, supernatural. I think it's one of those situations where you don't know if what's happening is supernatural or not. Anyway, exciting. Second roll is How to Stop Time, and I genuinely don't remember what this is about at all. A rom-com? Tom Hazard has just moved back to London to settle down and become a history teacher, but while he may look like an ordinary 41-year-old owning a rare condition, owing to a rare condition, oh my gosh, he's been alive for centuries. He has lived history firsthand, performing with Shakespeare, exploring the high seas with Captain Cook, and sharing cocktails with Fitzgerald. Now he just wants a normal life. Unfortunately for Tom, the Albatross Society... Oh, okay, I remember now. So basically he can't... I don't know if he's not allowed to fall in love, or he just, like, feels like he can't because nobody's allowed to know that he basically is immortal. And there's this society that, like, keeps track of people like him. That's so... Yeah. Okay, I remember. I read The Midnight Library by this author, and I loved it. My copy got stolen, unfortunately, but I am excited to read this by the same author. Very excited. Next is the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and essentially this this guy is trying to like solve her murder, and it's like a Groundhog's Day situation where he wakes up every day and it's the start of the same day again, of the day that she got murdered, but he wakes up in the body of a different person each day. So that's really fascinating. I think that's a really interesting concept. This was on my February TBR. Obviously did not get read, but I should stop saying I'm really excited about all these books, because that was the entire point of the seasonal TBR, was like I was only putting books I was excited about. Anyway, next is Skein Island. I have read the first chapter of this and I'm very intrigued. So this is about an island where only women are allowed to reside, and pretty much the only way to go there is... I kept hearing somebody walking around downstairs, but nobody's home, so fun. Anywho, the island of just women. The way that you gain access to the island is you have to be invited, and then you get to stay for like a week, and for the payment for staying at the island is that you have to like tell your life story for it to be archived in the island's library or something like that. And the main character has a history with this island because her mother went to the island like shortly before she disappeared or died or something, and now she has just received an invitation to the island. So, but I don't really know anything else about the island. Yeah. The first chapter was really good, and I have read a book by this author before. I read The Arrival of Missives last year, and that was really good. Actually, much better than I thought it would be, so yay that. And then we have The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell, and I don't remember what this one is about. Ooh. A twisty and engrossing story of betrayal and redemption, reminiscent of Donna Tartt in scope and quality. That's exciting. Soon after her 25th birthday, Libby Jones returns home from work to find the letter she's been waiting for her entire life. She rips it open with one driving thought: I am finally going to know who I am. She learns not only the identity of her parents, but also that she is the sole inheritor of their abandoned mansion on the banks of the Thames in London's fashionable Chelsea neighborhood. The home, even in its dilapidated state, is worth millions. Everything in Libby's life is about to change. What she doesn't know is that others have been waiting for this day as well, and although they've been in hiding, they are now heading her way. Nearly 25 years ago, police were called to 16 Shane Walk, is that how you say that? With reports of a baby crying. When they arrived, they found a healthy 10-month-old safe and sound in the upstairs bedroom. In the kitchen, 3 dead bodies, all dressed in black, were seemingly posed next to a hastily scrawled note. The 4 other children reported to live at Shane Walk were gone. In The Family Upstairs, New York Times bestselling author of Then She Was Gone and master of bone-chilling suspense, delivers a powerful and propulsive story of 2 families living in a house with the darkest of secrets. Spooky. Love it. Love it. Super excited. And then the last book on this TBR is The Lost Apothecary. And I am first of all, this is beautiful. This edition is beautiful. I love it so much. And I'm not gonna lie, part of the draw was the beautiful edition. And then I read what it was about, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna read that. This is, let's see, this is about an apothecary from like the 18th century. Yeah, 18th century London, women whisper. I'm just going to read it because it's going to be easier than quicker than me explaining. In 18th century London, women whisper of a hidden apothecary shop that caters to an unusual kind of clientele. The mysterious owner Nella sells well-disguised poisons to women to use against the oppressive men in their lives. But Nella's fate is jeopardized when her newest patron, a precious 12-year-old named Eliza Fanning, makes a fatal mistake, sparking a string of consequences that echo through the centuries. 200 years later, aspiring historian Caroline Parswell is running from her own demons when she discovers a clue to London's long unsolved apothecary murders. Caroline's upended present soon collides with an explosive history, binding her fate to Nella's and Eliza's in a stunning twist that transcends the barrier of time. Yes? Fascinating? Super excited. This one and the Hacienda are probably the ones that I am the most excited about. So can't wait. I'm really hoping that knowing that all of these books are standalones, except for the ones that I am automatically rolling in, kind of triggers something in my like mind that will allow me to like pick them up a little bit quicker, knowing that once I read it, that's it, that I'm like checking off a book from my TBR and I'm not like just automatically adding another one because there's a sequel. I hope that makes sense, but I feel like psychologically it might help me get through books a little bit quicker. So we'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have read any of these books, I would love to know your thoughts on them. Or if there are any in this stack that you are particularly excited to know my opinion on, I can prioritize those first. Totally no problem with that. But yeah, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.